Welcome to Successful Philanthropy. I'm your host, Jean Shafiroff. This show is designed to highlight the work of leaders here in the United States and then beyond. Today with us, Julia Haart. She's been with us before. Very, very interesting woman. She's a businesswoman, philanthropist, author, and a TV star. Let's all welcome Julia Haart. And Julia, it is a great
Thank you.
pleasure and honor to have you back. And Julia, I want to first start with a little bit about you and your business world. You're a successful businesswoman. You've achieved a lot. What's next for you?
Well, thank you for asking that, Jean. I am kind of excited about my latest project. It's called Plus Body, and it is a hybrid of shapewear and ready-to-wear. So everything I've done, and there has been a very strange trajectory, right? It was shoes and then lingerie, and then a talent management company, television book. It seems kind of random, and yet at the core of everything is freedom for women in all different arenas. So whether it was freeing a woman from the suffering that she has to go through if she wants to wear a high-heeled shoe, to the discomfort of wearing a bra, to when I took over the talent management company, transforming it into a media conglomerate and literally shifting the power dynamic into the hands of the talent, making them the media. And now with the shapewear, I'm really excited about it because it's very different than anything else out there. Most shapewear is beige, white, and black. It's ugly. Nobody wants to be caught dead in it. No one wants anyone to undress them when they're wearing it on. And so I realized that there's this entire subset of clothing that women put on their bodies, many women every day, that they're ashamed of. And I hate that. I don't want women to ever feel ashamed about their bodies, about what they put on their bodies, about what they do to their bodies. I want them to feel comfortable, confident, happy, and strong. And so we've created this, I think it's the first ever hybrid in the world. It's ready to wear. Like this is an example. This is a bodysuit, long sleeve, really comfortable. As you can see, very colorful. Definitely doesn't look like any shapewear you've ever seen in your world. And it's clothing. It's an actual bodysuit. It's got long sleeves. However, the difference is you don't have to wear a bra. The cup size is built inside, and the clothing is sold not only by dress size, but by cup size. So for example, you could be a size medium and have a double D breast. You're a very different person than a woman with a size medium and A cup, right? Women are not just their dress size. We're also our cup size. And no brand on earth ever recognizes that. The only people who do are the bra makers. However, you don't find clothing that is sold by both cup size and clothing size. Ours is. And we use the structure of the garment to hold the cups in place so there are no straps. There's no discomfort. You don't get home. And I think every woman on earth does this. The first thing she does is she unsnaps her bra because it's so uncomfortable. You don't have to do that here. And I'm 53 years old. They travel. They have a mind of their own. In this bodysuit, they stay put. Nothing budges. Nothing moves. It's incredibly comfortable. It's super soft. It looks like clothing. It feels like clothing. And yet it also is shaping. So I'm really excited about it. We launched our first collection last year to massive success. We've almost sold out every single product. And the one comment we got a lot of was that it was too expensive. And so we went back and we've taken extra time to streamline the whole process. So now it's $32 to $78, which is a vast change from the original pricing. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's something every woman will have in the closet. And then coming soon during resort, I'm going to have shapewear swimwear. It's going to look like swimwear. It's going to feel like swimwear, except it's going to suck you in, suck you up, give you cup sizing so that everything is beautiful and perfect. And I think everyone on the planet will wear it, even guys. Who knows? No, I'm kidding. But it is something I'm really, really excited about. So that is a project I'm working on currently in my business. And we've gotten into a bunch of retail stores, which we're going to announce soon. So pretty much it's actually going to be international, our second season out. So we're really excited about that. We're going to be in many, many of your favorite retail stores coming next season.
Which is very, very exciting. And I think you're probably giving Kim Kardashian a little competition with her
You can't compare
Fine
mine. Mine is
clothing.
colorful and sexy. Like, does this look like shapewear to you?
Well, it's
It looks
great
like
looking.
lace. It's sexy. If
Anyway,
you, that's the
Julia,
beauty of it. I'm
the
very proud of
show,
it.
the show is about philanthropy. It's about history. It's about you. And I want to move to your work in as an activist. Recently, you've been much more vocal about what's going on in the world. And in your words, talk a little bit about your activism and just how important it is. I know right now we have big problem in this country with anti-Semitism, especially on our campuses. It's a terrible, terrible thing. And I know you're working hard to fight it. And let us know what you're doing, because it's very important for the audience to hear.
Thank you. I think today we are fighting two concurrent wars. We're fighting the war on the ground in Israel against the terrorist group Hamas, and of course, Iran and Hezbollah and that delectable crew of monsters. However, simultaneous to that, we are fighting another war. And that one is for the hearts and minds of humanity. As you see, as you said, in college campuses, on social media, all over the world, acts of anti-Semitism, um, harming Jewish people, breaking synagogues, breaking Jewish stores. It's literally like Kristallnacht. The similarities between now and pre, the concentration camps is unfortunately terrifyingly too similar. And so to combat the second half of that, so for the first half, I went to Israel, I went to Gaza with an active unit. I saw them clearing mines and weapons out of little babies' bedrooms. It's real. I filmed in real time so people could see it for themselves. But the war that I'm currently fighting now is the war on social media for the hearts and minds of humanity, because we cannot allow a second conflagration of Jewish hate to sweep the world. We've seen what that can do. And so what I've started is I'm going to call it a movement. It's Nation, AHMnation.com. In Hebrew means nation. And basically, the idea is very simple. The problem in social media is that if you stand up for the Jewish people, you get attacked. You lose followers, you lose businesses, people call the network you're on and try to cancel you. It's scary out there to support the Jewish people. So what I realized is if we want to change things, we need more advocates for the Jewish people. And most people, the silent majority, do stand with the Jewish people. They're just afraid to do it on social media because they're going to get attacked. So I realized that the part that we're missing is the support system. If someone in an army gets stuck behind enemy lines, what happens? Their unit comes to the rescue, right? No man left behind. It is the core ethos and fundamental value of any army. And, when I was in Gaza, we got attacked. 3 soldiers were shot a couple 100 feet away from me. Within 3 seconds, helicopters descended. One helicopter picked them up, and it was like a medical helicopter. Soldiers came out from everywhere. It was unbelievable. That's an army. An army is when, if you're in trouble, they come and support you, right? In social media, if you're behind enemy lines, if you're being attacked, there's no one to support you. You're behind enemy lines alone, and that's a terrifying thing, and most people can't do that. So I realized we need to create a support system. So what I've done, it's so easy, it's so simple. It's kind of like Dumb Money. Dumb Money is what gave me the idea, right? You know the movie Dumb Money?
Yes.
So you know what they did, right? This one guy on Reddit starts trading GameStop, and then he uses Robinhood and he aggregates all these $10, $5, all these little people that Wall Street calls dumb money, and together they topple Wall Street. That is the power of unity and aggregation. So I said to myself, okay, there's all these millions of people, 4.5 million social media users in Israel. There's a good 7 million Jews in America, not to mention all of our allies. I'm going to ask people to just sign up to Nation. And starting August 1st, every day you're going to get a push notification. You're going to wake up in the morning. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? You turn on your phone. You sign up to Nation, you're going to get a push notification, and it's going to give you 3 names. And you're going to press one button and it's going to follow those three names. Now let's think about this for a second. Imagine if out of the 16 million Jews in the world, 1 million Jews sign up, 1/16 of everybody. And 1 million people, someone gets attacked, Noah from Stranger Things, Ben Glee, anyone gets attacked. Anyone says something positive about the Jewish people and they get attacked. We put their name on the website. They wake up the next morning with 1 million new followers. You cannot buy 1 million new followers. It will take you 30 years to get 1 million followers. I have a highly popular show on Netflix that was a top 10 globally across the world, and I only have 500,000 followers. So to gift someone 1 million followers, it's a game changer. It's a complete game changer. That's what we're missing. We're missing the support system. We're missing the no man left behind ethos. So now, if people will sign up, it takes 3 seconds. It costs you nothing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to post anything or repost anything. There's no shadow banning because it's not a post. You're just following someone. And if that person is going on the website, it's because they're already being attacked. So we're not showing new names to people. These people are going on that website because they've already been attacked. They've already lost their followers. So if your name is going up there, there's nothing anyone can do about it. And we're going to show the world that it is in their best interest to help the Jewish people, to speak the truth, to stand up against anti-Semitism, to stand up against terrorism. And I think that if we aggregate and we all sign up and we do this together, we will change the trajectory of social media. We will make it a safe place to be allies with the Jewish people, and we will destroy this onslaught and rise of anti-Semitism that is consuming the globe. So I'm really excited about this initiative because I think it's easy, it's simple, it costs nothing, and it will work.
Yes, no, I
good idea.
You have a great idea. I myself am on social media with over 1 million followers. It's something that I've built up with a company over many, many years, and it's something where it's very difficult to take a political stand or
You're
a stand
terrified.
on just about anything because you get attacked. And so it's
imagine,
difficult.
Jean,
and as a woman, I just want to say, as a woman, we also have to be careful about our very existence, and I don't want to be threatened on social media. I also don't want to walk out of my home and have someone try to hurt me. So
exactly.
There's a lot involved here. And
so imagine if you, Jean, say something and you say, I can't stay silent anymore. What's going on to Jewish people is just so wrong. I need to speak up. And
I have spoken.
You get attacked. I know, that's why I love you.
Right now, I think it's very wrong. I think all forms of discrimination are wrong. And we live in a country where there should be no discrimination, and it shouldn't be tolerated. It shouldn't be tolerated on our campuses. It shouldn't be tolerated anywhere, because this great democracy, this country where our rights matter and our freedom to be who we want to be, needs to be protected. And there's nothing more, those words say it. Our freedoms need to be protected. And the beauty of America is that we are a conglomeration of people from all over the world with all different beliefs. We need to respect everyone and allow them to live safely all together. And Julie, I'm sure you agree with me, correct?
I could not agree more. Every ethnicity, every religion, every culture should be respected. Every culture should be given the rights to walk the street feeling secure and safe. Telling anyone that they should be raped or burned or sent back to Auschwitz is wrong. Anti-Semitism is real, and we have to stop it. And I think that people are afraid to do so, just as you said. But imagine if you speak up on behalf of the Jewish people. And again, and I mean, right now, we need people speaking up on behalf of the Jewish people, right? Of course, all forms of racism are crazy. I don't understand it, to be honest. Racism doesn't make sense to me. Why can't we just all get along? What unites us is so much greater than what divides us. But the rise that we're talking about today, right now, is anti-Semitism, right? You see that It's grown over what, 500%? That's the one we're focusing on today, because that's the racism that is consuming the globe. More so that, and again, I wish we could eradicate all racism, all of it, no racism. Many of my dear friends are Muslims, especially, and this is what drives me crazy. I spoke at a Muslim rally, at an Iranian rally in Washington, this little Jew girl from Muncie. I was asked to be the keynote speaker in their march in solidarity with the Iranian women in Iran who were protesting, guess who? The same regimes that Israel is fighting right now. Do you know how many thousands of Iranian women, Muslim women, have reached out to me and said, Julia, keep fighting for us? Because that is what I'm fighting for. People don't understand. I am fighting as much for every Muslim sister as I am for every Jewish one.
Yes,
So,
and myself as a philanthropist, as an advocate for many different causes, I believe in equal rights for everyone. One of my boards I serve on is New York Women's Foundation, to empower women out of poverty, and also so that we work so that women live and are able to live a just and equitable life. Now, Julia, switching from this topic to another topic, you're an author. Your first book was about your life growing up. Are you writing another book right now?
let me finish my divorce first, and then I'll write book two. But I
And
do have another show coming out, so that is really excited. But I'm not allowed to say what network it's on. I'm just allowed to say it's a major television network. I'm very, very excited. And I think, I'm like the Ted Lasso of reality TV, right? I don't do snarky, I don't do mean, there's no fighting. It's all about change and love and how you can always be a better version of yourself. And I'm really excited to share it with the world.
we're excited to learn more about that and see you on one of the major networks again and again, because you're a very interesting woman. Now, what about philanthropy, Julia? You mentioned you're a philanthropist, and we know you're an activist. We know you're a TV producer or a Netflix producer. We know you're on a new show. We know you're a businesswoman. Tell us a little bit about your philanthropy.
So, again, I've been it's funny, I've been doing a lot of work in war zones. First, I went to Ukraine and donated a bunch of ambulances there and drove them to the front lines and stayed with the soldiers. I basically started and ended last year in a war zone. I started in a Ukraine war zone and ended in a Gaza war zone. How crazy is the world we live in? But I've been doing a lot of charity work around, anti-Semitism and also the feminist movement, because once they repealed Roe versus Wade, I obviously felt that I had to step in. I've been in a world where your body isn't your own. I don't want to go back to that. I want this country to be really free for everyone. And so a lot of my philanthropy is involved in either the, Nation or other anti-Semitism things that I'm doing, or women's rights. For example, tonight, this Saturday night, I have an event at my house for the survivors of Kibbutz Be'ari, and then I'm going to be walking with them in the Israel Day Parade on Sunday. So, to me, I think in times like these, we all need to band together. Every ethnicity, every race, we all need to support each other. We all need to come together and stop terrorism.
And I agree, we need to come together. We need a more peaceful world, a world where people understand one another and respect one another for their differences. We are with Julia Haart. She is a businesswoman. She is a Netflix producer and actress. She is an author and an activist. Julia, what about your social life? You're now going through a divorce, and you are a mother. I guess your family, your children, they mean a lot to you. And about the whole package of Julia.
Yeah, we are a package deal. If you don't love my children, don't even bother trying to love me. That's not how it works. To me, no one is ever going to uh, you know, replace my children, try to make us less close, come between us. That's just not going to happen. We're an incredibly close family. We do everything together. They're on my new show as well. Of course, I don't like to do anything without my kids. They're partners in all my businesses. Um, I, I've learned a lot. I was kind of a novice when I, married Silvio. I was only out and from the community a few years. I'm not that naive anymore. And I've been really enjoying dating. I've been dating a lot of very interesting, lovely people. No one that has captured my heart as of yet, but I've had really beautiful experiences. It's been pretty epic. It's been a lot of fun, I gotta say. Yeah,
And
I know I'm supposed to be like depressed about it, but I'm not. I'm having too much fun to be depressed.
and that's a good thing. And as you look at your life, 10 years out, what do you see yourself doing?
Oh, honey. Oh, honey, how much time do you have? I have a plan. I have a plan, but it's too
We have two
complex and
minutes
I don't want
left.
to reveal it yet. But what I will say is that every year of my life, I try to grow and become a better person. Every year, I challenge myself and find different ways of being a better version of myself. And so Julia 3.0 and Julia 4.0 and 7.0, I hope are all very different people. And I will continue to have elasticity of mind to change and grow. I want to be an eternal student until the day I die.
Nice. And what advice, finally, would you give to young people just starting out in life who want to succeed and maybe follow a path like you've followed?
I don't think anyone wants to follow my path. I would not recommend it. Do not go to a fundamental school nudity. Have no education and start work at 42. Not a path I recommend. However, for those people who do want to start a business, they'll have their own impediments, their own stories, their own struggles and trials and tribulations. And my advice to them is you have to have it so clear in your mind that every negative thing, every person who knocks you down will not knock that image out of your head. You have to eat it, sleep it, drink it, dream it. The only way to have true success is to want it more than anyone doesn't want you to have it. Your power and your desire have to overcome everything else. And if you want it, you can get it, but you have to want it and you have to fight for it. And no one's going to give it to you. And it's not going to be a smooth road. And people are going to try and take things away from you. And the more successful you are, the more enemies you're going to have. And that's part of the journey. But you can do it. You have the power inherent within you. And don't wait another second. You don't have to figure it all out. Go start step one today. That's what I would say.
I like that advice and I agree. And I always say if you want to be successful, well, you have to have a plan. You have to have a dream. You have to believe in yourself, hard work, and then, of course, honesty. Julia, you've been a great guest, and I want to thank you for joining us once again. And I wish you a lot of luck in the future. Keep up
Thank
your
you.
good work, and I have a feeling we'll be reading and learning a lot more about you in the future. This concludes Successful Philanthropy. Our guest today, Julia Haart. She is a businesswoman, author, Netflix producer, and actress, and she's also a philanthropist. I'm Jean Shafiroff, your host. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, Julia.